And we're back. Oof. Sorry about this. We're gonna go ahead, switch back to Polytopia. I am so physically exhausted. Are you alright? It's work. We're working in 100+ degree weather. I am fine, but if I am looking tired, and I am going to make some misplays today, it's just the heat's getting to me a little bit. But I am super excited. There's a chance that we're going to be going only like maybe 3 hours on this stream as well, just so that way I can get a little bit more rest. Depends on how I'm feeling a little bit later, but most importantly, we're here to play some Polytopia. Okay. So excited about the animation. So Solaris officially got released way earlier than I expected. I thought I had another like 2 months, and I'm like, okay, I'm willing to work like 2-ish months to meet the deadline, because that's usually how, even in the beta, Steeks and Obi-Wan, hello there. Pender, how's it going? Usually they take their time even on skins to go like, oh, well, we gotta go ahead and take like 2 months before we officially release it. Here you go, you have some candy, and then you get to play around with all the cool stuff. No, it's already out. So I'll see if I'm probably just gonna work on a couple of minor things, maybe not a full-fledged, because it was intended to be like a trailer. So we'll see. I definitely, I'm definitely already putting a little hold on that project. Mostly because I also know myself. It still would be sweet. Yeah, we'll see. Well, we're going to start this stream off. Last time we placed 243rd. Still a great place. Let me get that fixed. Hey, we only lost. No, don't forward that. We're going to edit it. 243rd gold. And not going to lie, that's pretty good. I'm trying my best to avoid those spoilers, but I keep seeing, you know, Justini and Ramdingler doing their attempts on the weeklies. And trust me, I just want to watch their content. It's that they're so cool. Heck, I'm pretty certain Arvis, he's also one of the YouTubers. He's currently ranked 6th. There's Ramdingler right here, ranked 13. I mean, Ramdingler tried at least this is his 3rd attempt. Now, mind you, I'm not doing more than 1 attempt, so we'll see. I'm trying to see if there's anybody else I recognize. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Alrighty. So we're looking to get at least, come on, 22,500 points is the goal. We're gonna go ahead and turn these off. Alrighty. 3-player game. And we are playing against 510 is a very strange set of points. Did somebody spawn in the corner? That had to have been. Ziki! How's it going, man? Taking care of yourself? We're playing on a Pangea map type. So it's gonna make it tricky for us to... We are fighting Shinshi and Aimo. I could definitely see that. Right, looks like, Oh, wait, we can literally just look at the map. I was supposed to say, come on, man, you know I don't like spoilers. We just look at the map and we can just see it. Not gonna lie, I'm not too good on Pangeas. I want to do my best for you guys, so I'm going to just apologize in advance. But I think what my goal is going to be is head to a potential village here. I really don't like that. Issue is I'm not seeing any major potential here or here. Yeah, no spoilers. No spoilers. Let me make a decision, and then after that, we'll discuss. So, how's it going, Rainbow Shine? This is a really, really tough spot. I'm actually going to go ahead and... my goal is to head to this tile here, and I kind of want to get as many stuff as possible. So I'm actually going to go here first, train a warrior past turn. We're going to go... Completely forgot. Alrighty. Well, change of plans. This actually gives me something very interesting right here. We don't get the village, and I'm actually upset about that. Follow the resources. Oof. We're following the... Well, I don't have to pick up a tech, because I could spend 7 stars now to level up. But Aimo and Shinshi both don't really have farms. So picking up organization here, I think, is a trap. Despite having fruit. I think what I would rather do is stay flexible and pick up a crater here. Get ourselves... Not gonna lie, I kind of want to get an explorer just so I could start finding everything a lot faster. I'm gonna go ahead and take an explorer. This is so we can kind of recover. Alright, much better. We now know what's going on. And then we trade a warrior here. Pass the turn. There's Shinshi. There we go. Head on over to there. We're gonna grab this. Another explorer. We find Aimo. Alright. We are doing so much better on our vision now. They put Solaris in a weekly challenge. Nice for players who want to try it first. Yes! So, let's be fully honest. This start is not super great for us. But the sooner I pick this up, and then we go here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't even need any techs for this village, but we do need a tech for this village. Since I can't level this city up, we are just going to save our resources and pass the turn. Do I? Let's do an Aimo start. If we go here, I could then go here, then here. That works for me. Oh my gosh, they expanded their borders. We're going to go ahead and pass this turn. Because we should be... I am going to be trying to get the Pacifist Monument. 3 out of 5. Just 2 more turns. This goes here. This goes here. Mooney and Cap. I'm thinking about it, so that way I can connect these. Because that was the whole reason, right? Because I need a Mooney. I previously thought Solaris was a little half-baked, but I'm really starting to warm up to them. Thanks, Anton. I needed that. Oh, you know what? Let's also put this in Polytube. There we go. We have 14 turns left. Our economy is still in shambles. If I train a Mooney, I could do the connections, but I'm honestly thinking I go with geothermics. I think regardless, we train a warrior here for safety. Pacifist Monument is complete. We're going to go ahead and go here. Turbine. Workshop. We'll go ahead and grab this. Even more resources. Fantastic. We're going to go ahead and place our Altar of Peace here. Get 3 more stars. Resources. Because our goal right now is to fix our economy. Workshop. Turbine. Workshop. Before when your unit retaliating, when your unit retaliating stops pacifist, right? It actually, from my understanding, never has. Because unit retaliations don't count. Because you're not the one attacking. As far as my understanding is. I used to think that. But really, all you need to do is just not attack. So you can still unit spam and get units all over the place. You're just not allowed to declare an attack. Do we just Mindbender chain? We're gonna go ahead and go here. That's expensive. Yeah, I don't even need to do a Mindbender chain. I just need Mindbenders. We're gonna go ahead and pick up Org. We're gonna harvest minerals. Turbine. Resources. We'll go ahead and train a pyro here. And we'll go ahead and get another unit here. I think that's good. Pass the turn. Ooh. Bop-a-da-bop. Bop-a-da-bop. Secure this siege. We'll go ahead and get a warrior. Do I go ahead and get writing just to give better support here and deal with all this? I think so. I think it's worth. We'll train a writer. Those ruins become cities if Aquarion takes them, right? Yes, they do. We're going to save our resources, and we're going to pass this turn. Oh, they did it in the wrong order. We're going to go ahead and go here, just in case they get a giant to push me off. We're going to have you go here. We're going to go here. So we can stay flexible to defend this. Or capture over here. Grab ourselves a smithery. Capture. And a turbine. Workshop. Yeah, my score is going to be mediocre, but we're going to do a good job to conquer everything. Do I take roads? No, I think we're going to... They were one pop short. Metropolis is complete. Harvest minerals. We're going to go ahead and get ourselves a park. Swordsman, at this size map, lava can break even at max level. I think we could go ahead and just train another swordsman. So this should be enough units to conquer the rest of the map. But I also do have our Park of Fortune. I think we could go just level up and expand these borders here. Harvest minerals. Border growth. There we go. We're going to go here. So now, all I need to do is pick up roads, and we can siege this city. Pass the turn. No! That's not what I wanted. Oh well, that's a shame. Roads. Forget. There. Should be fine. Bop it up. And secure this siege. Bop. Road you forward. It's not good enough. Will be next turn, though. We're going to go ahead and harvest minerals. Forge. Resources. Forge. Resources. Forge. Resources. One star short. What's going to be the next best thing? Do I train more units so I deal with this? I think so. We train a pyro here so we can take care of all this. You go there, you go there. We pass this turn. This could do high score if you get Lava Bank early. Yeah. Probably. Killer Monument is complete. How much? 7. Wows. Bop it up. Secure this siege. I'll still go ahead and pick it up. There's no reason not to. Then we'll capture. You have destroyed Imo. We're gonna go ahead and minerals, forge, park, turbine, minerals, resources. This catapult's doing nothing. Forge goes here. Do I do a border growth? No. We're better off having this city do the border growth. We're just going to do population growth, minerals, minerals, park. And I think that should do. Well, I want to do extra damage. Interesting. Heal others. Road. We're gonna go and place a lava bank. It will still pay for itself. And a little more. We'll go and capture here. I'm gonna go ahead and secure this kill. Uh-huh. We're gonna go and train a Mindbender. This will be the fastest way for me to take this city, I think. I could be wrong. I definitely could be wrong. Just gonna go there, just in case. What else? What other monuments do I got soon? I think I'd like to go ahead and level this city up and expand its borders. So that's what I'm going to do. Border growth. And then we pass the turn. That does it. Gather bones. Crater. Population growth. Harvest minerals. That's, belongs to this city. Dang it. I think we're still fine, though, right? Road you forward over to here. Secure this kill. Level up. Bring you over to here just in case. Bop. Swordsman. Okay. So what do we do here? I need hunting. Hunt. Turbine. Border growth. Because this will allow a crater here to get that connection. We can hunt. Park. Turbine. Park. And I think that does it for now. I don't see anything else I can do, so We'll pass this turn. I have the killer monument, right? So this one right here. Gate of Power. Let us take... Go for Tree of Wisdom? Yep, that's the goal. We're gonna take Forestry. Capture. You have defeated Shinji. Road. Crater. Road. 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 It's a lot of roads just to... Network monument is complete. Let's get our resources. Turbine. Border growth. Explorer monument is complete. Yeah, I think that'll just about do it. So turbine goes here. Gonna do another border growth. Turbine. Lumberhots. Lumberhots goes here. Park. Lumberhot. Park. And then we're just going to pass this turn. I know it seems a little crazy, but yes, that's what we're going to do. We're going to pass this turn. Gets us the Wealth Monument. We'll have the entire square. So this is good. All right, so for all of you guys who've been screaming in all of my past streams that I need to get all of the tiles. Definitely could do it this time. So we already have the Wealth Monument. We're going to grab Mathematics. Lumberhots. 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 Park. Lumberhots. Sawmill. Clear Forest. Lumberhots. 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 Minerals. You know, I'm going to put a crater here. Park. Also connects this city up. So I can gather bones. Workshop. We're going to clear this forest and place a forge. Hunt. Get ourselves another park. And we're just going to keep maxing out our parks everywhere. Forge. Turbine. Park. Gather bones. Gather bones. I'm just going to go ahead and place a Grand Bazaar all the way over here. Get ourselves another park. Ooh, boy. We could place a sawmill here. 1, 2, 3. What still doesn't have a road? We could place one road here. So everybody's connected with a road. Gather bones. Get ourselves another park. Score's looking pretty good. Sawmill. Lumber huts. Sawmill. Get ourselves another park. Wow. We're just 1 star off here. Emperor's Tomb. Resources. I can place the Eye of God. Crater. Border growth. Yeah. Okay. Well, that was an explosive turn. You're gonna go here and get healed. So I didn't need to train the Mindbenders. Well, actually, no. This Mindbender did exactly what it needed to. This is a great run, right? I'm actually doing a lot better than even I was expecting. We're gonna go here, we're gonna go here. Heal others. I ain't gonna lie, we're doing a lot better than even I was expecting. I'm gonna go ahead and put a mountain temple here for a whole bunch of extra points. Where's the best place? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's here? An altar of peace is here. But I only need to build up 1 if I go here. So we're going to go sawmill. Lumber huts. Park. Hunt. Hunt. We're going to clear this forest. Lumber huts. Sawmill. Border growth. Just for a little bit of extra. Lumber huts. Lumber huts. Lumber huts. And bones. Park. And do we just research everything at this point? Almost. Lumber huts. Hunt. Oh, I could have placed a turbine here instead. Park. Alrighty. Can you play? We'll see. Pay pass this turn. Cut forests. We'll see. Alrighty. Research. Oof. I think I'm going to be just short. We are short. But the background of the map is different. It's because we are playing, because Solaris is in the game, and they have, in this case, completely overtaken the square. One of the amazing things about Solaris. Yep. A couple of minor misplays here and there. So even if I start chopping trees, like, let's go ahead and just chop all that I have available. There's no reason for me to keep these trees. But it's not a lot. Clear forest. So I can pretty much just get 3 more techs. Not a bad run. Not a bad run at all. That could have, it wouldn't have saved it, but it would have given us more. Upgrade, what? Zulu? Ah, I can't. Might have been able to, but now we can't. That's fine. We'll go ahead and train our warrior, and we're going to take our score. Not bad for a blind run. I am satisfied for getting over 20,000 points. That puts us as rank 211. I'm actually pretty satisfied with that. Weekly challenge. Alright, so our point was 20,890 points. Rank 211. Gold. Pretty happy with that. It's a very good score. I think your highest so far for a weekly challenge. We could definitely... I think I've actually done better, technically. But also, all of these are, you know, not necessarily the same when it comes to their difficulty. Friends League. I've only got one person doing better than me. Alright. Oh gosh. It's actually still better than everybody. Everybody in Silver League. Pretty much everybody that's knows what they're doing has moved on to gold already. But hey, I'm satisfied with that. That's top out of 8,000. That's top 2%. So if we look at the previous weekly challenge. Oh, am I not allowed to check every single one of them? Shame. I thought I could check all of them. So it's at least better than the previous. I actually do save all of my scores, so... Weekly challenge. I did not save the first one at rank 365. Weekly challenge, 17. Weekly challenge, 17. 19. Oh, it is my highest score so far. I'm pretty satisfied with that. Could have been first in silver. I'm still happy with it. Okay. So, I ain't gonna lie, Sparky, I'm just gonna lose if I play against you today. I am not feeling... you're not gonna get the best game from me. I do want to play Solaris, so I'm just gonna play against randoms. Because you guys are all too good for me. Let's be honest. Or at least when I'm playing as Solaris. I really want to get better at them. I mean, you guys are always free to, you know, stream snipe and join the queue, but I want to get better at... I do want to get better at Solars. Their skin is so awesome. It is a mirror match. Oh, which means you guys are going to see all the highlights of how bad I am at this. I'm so sorry. We're going to train a warrior, and we're going to pass this turn. Yeah, they are also as Solaris. We're going to go and place our Creator here, pass this turn. I wonder if I should have sent the Warrior to go here instead. You know, now that I think about it, maybe I should have. Because it can't connect over here. It's amazing that we actually still haven't seen them yet. Crater. This one is going to be a workshop. This one's going to be an explorer. We just need to find something. Oh, okay. We're going to train a warrior to go this way, pass the turn. Solars do be popular right now. Of course they are. It's such a cool skin. Why would it not be popular? Hey, it's better than fighting nothing but Cymantes, right? Let's be honest, I do have a much better spawn than our opponent, so... There's a chance that this is just a map win. I'm gonna go ahead and... take Org. So I can level up this city soon. Pass the turn. We're going to be moving our Mooney to this tile. Ooh, double workshop. When Cymantes skin is that'll be just daily daily multiplayer, right? Workshop. Warrior, warrior, pass. Ooh, that's why they're doing so terrible. They went backwards first. Can't do that. I need you to go here. I need you to go here. Just remember, we're trying to be better about certain placements and positions. This is going to go here, so it's still flexible. And I'm going to go ahead and grab this. Warrior. Pass this turn. Really? I think this warrior is going to go grab... Woohoo! Ooh. They're going with Archery. Is that really the right choice? Meditation. How am I supposed to go meditation when I'm about to go all completely aggressive against my opponent? That's not fair. Ooh, another ruin. Oh my gosh. Minerals! Minerals! We're gonna explore. That's how much I really want that. And I think we just save our resources, right? Not a single reason to be spending anything else. Yep, we pass this turn. Rider Roads beats archery. Yes, it does. What would be great for me is he puts the archer here. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And we have to train a safety warrior here. Pass the turn. Oh no! Don't put it there! Don't get climbing and go here. Okay, we're fine. He's gonna place his archer there. Freeze the wrong unit. Actually, no, he froze. He got the right unit. Okay, he's doing fine. He's doing fine. Oh. That's the game. Yep. That's the game. Oh no. Resources. Oh man. I feel a little bad. Just a little. Go there. Crater. Minerals. Resources. Crater. Border growth! So that way I can murder all the animals next turn. Yes. Yes. Alrighty. But let's be fully honest, that's kind of a map win. I was able to go out with a pyro compared to my opponent. Yeah, 4 versus 2 cities is kind of obvious. Yep. Well, we'll go ahead and save it. Solaris, mirror, match, small lakes. Julian, how's it going? Polytoad Gaming Incorporated. How's it going? A couple of new names. Well, no, Julian's been here before. Ice different, yeah. But that's also why Polaris probably should be starting off with that, and they just went with the wrong opening. They went backwards here. They should not have gone backwards here. Yeah. Alrighty. We'll try again. I also need to get my ELO back up. So that way I can play against you guys in random games. Ooh. I'm gonna go ahead and head to the outside over here. I'm gonna send them both together. So we're playing against a tribe that's gonna out-expand me for a brief moment. Next turn, we pick up Organization. Let's see if Omaji has what it takes to beat the heat. Organization. Get our crystals! And get everything harvested up. Workshop. Pass this turn. Do I just send the Pyro back to the corner? Maybe. Workshop. Pass the turn. We're actually going to be able to keep up with Omaji and Economy. We're both going to be having roughly the same economic plan. And they're not starting off with an economic advantage. From a desert to a finery inferno. We're going to go here. Ooh, never punished. Crater. Minerals. Explore. Omaji! We have found them now. I'm gonna go ahead and train a Pyro to make my way to the village I believe is over here. Because we got these resources next to absolutely nothing. And you know what? Warrior to explore this way. It delays my farming even further. I love the Condor skin as well. Condor skin is definitely a favorite of mine. We're going to pick this village up first. You're going to go there, you're going to go here. Yep, there's the village. Do I train a second warrior as a safety warrior? I think so. I think we do. Pass this turn. Reason being is I don't want to get bopped by two surprise. Uh-oh. I can go here. I need a stronger economy, a little faster. Fighting them, ice is the way. They can't road in ice. Yep. I don't think I can take this village anymore, which is unfortunate. What's in the ruins? farming. Do I just pick up construction here? Pass the turn. Protect with another pyro. Yeah, I would like to protect with another pyro. Yeah, because he's going to move forward like that. Bop it a bop. Where are you moving him back to? And then I just eternally lock these two. Unless they body block with Rider. They did not. I'm gonna go here. And it's time to start heading over to protect everything. We're going to go ahead and build this farm. Resources. Farm. Windmill. Resources. Minerals. Minerals. I'd rather have a stronger economy now. I feel like this is the better play. And we're going to start moving another warrior down. Market next. Don't forget, for me, I get the lava bank. And yes, I do want the lava bank. We have a decent number of tiles already converted. Only problem I'm not liking is my lack of vision on this side. And there they are. Bop-a-da-bop. Dang. Honestly, I think I just pick up riders at this point. We delay this for another turn. Because I'm not in a good position to get steam engines. So we're just going to grab a couple of riders. Pass the turn. Solar should be able to make more banks for each capital, so players can have multiple banks to keep up with markets, right? Hey, Emperor, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. We're doing okay. I'm actually feeling better. I've actually got water in my system, and I'm also enjoying a soda. So actually, I'm starting to feel a little bit better. I was worried that I was going to have to just cut the stream short, just so I can rest up. Do I just spam a couple turns to... use a couple turns to spam out units? The heck? Interesting. I really want to capture this village. How interesting. I'm going to bait Helm into taking that. Man, I want to pick up roads. I don't think I can, though. I need division. Farm. Explore. Pretty good. Farm. Population growth. Farm. Super unit. Metropolis is complete. Park of Fortune can go back over here. I'll put it on this tile so that way it looks like it's connected to the city and it looks nicer. That's the only reason it's going there, not for actually any strategic purpose. Train 2 riders. Pass the turn. Bop-a-da-bop. Are you going to discover the cow? He does not discover the cow. He has discovered the cow! They all have ice access. Wow, really? We are going to pick up climbing. There's just enough stuff for us to pick up reasons for us to pick up climbing. But also, it gets us on the path to Swordsman, which will be very good against Omaji. They resign? Lysak, how's it going? Interesting. I think they just didn't want to play that game anymore, which is fine. I do think they should have played it out a little bit more. Solaris versus Condor. Small lakes. They feared the cow. They were fearing the cow. So let's look at this from their view. See what could be done to improve one. What the heck is this? Alright, replay fog turn on. No shared fog, though. Alrighty. Let's just review it really quickly, and then we're going to go on to the next game. Condor. They are the tribe that starts off with units running really fast. And not gonna lie, this is a very tricky situation for Condor to be in. On lakes, you have 2 guaranteed villages, so we know we are sending our first unit to this tile over here, and we're gonna be training ourselves another rider. Question being, where does the rider go? We have 2 valid options. We can head here into the corner. Hopefully there's a village all the way over here, or we send it over. Actually, we technically have 3. Because we know there's land here, so we could be gambling the villages here, which means a village could be anywhere along these tiles. I would opt to send it towards the lighthouse for a potential village here. It's possible. Unlikely. But you also have going over here. And they actually head into the corner. So the correct thing to do here is Well, I was going to say, depending on how the map is looking, you're at 6 stars here. I would almost consider just going to the lighthouse so you can level up your capital 1 tile sooner, because this is not looking good. But it's honestly a gamble either way, which way you want to do it. We can't actually say our opponent made a bad decision, and they opt to go with fishing. I don't dislike that, because this rider can claim the lighthouse and then 1 fish, level up. But also, we can send this rider to this tile to reduce the chances of the explorer going in the wrong direction, and then we explore with this city over here. So yeah, does the right thing. Oh, even better. We don't need climbing, but climbing is okay to pick up here. Oh, he's picking up climbing for the ruins. Again, not a bad decision. Ruins, excellent. Level up, get some stars. Gets that swordsman. Picks up mining, I suppose. But I actually would argue for this. This is probably the first turn our opponent actually made a minor misplay. Good job. Not bad for 1300. Explore here. You already have climbing and fishing. Just explore. Exploring on any of these tiles is going to guarantee it's going this away. And this is a lakes map. It's unlikely that this is just a dead end. You're better off getting explore and trying to find your opponent. Second, the background is a big tell. We are playing against Solaris. That means that there's a good chance quite a bit of the water has already been converted into ice on turn 6. Not all of it, but maybe around this point over here, meaning this explorer is still safe. Explore. Plays this, unfortunately, incorrectly, because now he's allowed his units to get locked up. Goes over here, and is now going to take a random explorer. Not terrible. That explorer ended up doing a pretty good job. Start leveling everything up, thanks to the mining. Good, good, good. Improve that economy. We got to get that economy rolling. Our opponent's doing a good job on his economic front. Bob-a-da-bop. Yeah, this is not looking good for her. Our opponent's doing a good job ferrying units forward over here. He's now on the water. This is a really expensive investment. I don't think I agree with trying to go into the water here. And this is the turn where our opponent decides to resign. Yeah. Economically, our opponent's not where they need to be. I think they are assuming our economy's tons better. It's mostly the fact that I've already got a leveled up city, and they're trying to use fishing and ports to level up all of their cities, when these ports aren't going to be useful for that sort of scenario and situation. So what do we do here to salvage this position? We need to be prioritizing our... Ow! I accidentally bumped the volume, and I just blasted my ears. I'm okay with pretty much all these plays that's been happening here for the most part. Our opponent would have had a slightly better economic spot if on turn 6 they had done the Explorer here, because then they would have been able to get 5 extra stars, which would allow them to pick up mining. Because right over here, They go down to 8. Explore. They're pretty much guaranteed to find me at this point. So 13. They can pick up mining and do mining stuff. So again, not terrible. I don't think there's much they could do once you steam Rider and Ice towards their capital. Yeah, probably. It's just, man, this map was really awkward for our opponent, where they're forced to go with an economic water game when they're playing against somebody that likes to get rid of the water. I would say that pretty much everything our opponent did was good, but what could they have done this turn to have put them in a better position? I think killing off this Rider is still the right play, so continue to bop-a-da-bop. It's not terrible to threaten this ruin, but I'm getting this ruin regardless, and I think our opponent realized that. They need to stop spamming Riders here. Because of this mountain is so terrible for our opponent. The micromanagement in this corner was done just a little bit wrong, and it caused our opponent to be delayed by that many more turns when trying to take this village. Because they actually probably should have had this village. But what can they do here? Is there a way for us to get our giant? I think they were hoping to get a giant out by this turn, but they really can't. So what if we turn on auto, because I have shared fog. Look at that. If they ended up going farming, this city would have been leveled up all of the way. Would have been a little expensive, but they would have had it. But that's still a little too slow. So I think instead of spamming out all of the fishing ports, I definitely would have preferred to have seen roads from our opponent. Roads allows them to build a bridge here. With roads, they can have all three of these cities start focusing a lot of pressure on this city right over here. And if I would probably say the goal is let me set these up with ice and build a bridge here. Then after that, you've got 3 cities versus 2 or 3 all the way over here. It is a 5 versus 5 city game, and we both should be fighting desperately for this village over here. Now, our opponent has a veteran swordsman, so they should be able to win this fight, assuming our opponent plays their cards correctly. And that's... I think that's where our opponent gave up a little too soon, because if our opponent actually beat us on this fight over here, and micromanaged their units a little bit better, I think our opponent would have been in a better position than we were, especially if they went with roads this game instead. I think delaying getting roads, using spamming out Rider roads to pressure this village over here would have been the better play. I don't know. Game. Let me. I could probably play a game. I'm just wanting to play against random people and get my ELO back up. I threw it away against a lot of people, and you guys are too good for me to get it back, so let me make it to where you guys can reasonably stream snipe me when I start up a queue, and then you go into queue as well. I need to be at your ELOs. No, you're 3 versus me. Maybe. Let me at least play one more game against randoms. Because I do enjoy my games against you guys, but I also want to play against randoms so that way we get a little bit of variety and we could do some coaching stuff. No problem. Oh, shoot. All right. Also, heads up, next week there's no stream next week. No stream next week. I never... Wait, what? I forgot to press enter. I typed up the message. I was just looking in my stream announcements like, why'd somebody else post? Oh, Cholito posted the link. Because I completely forgot to post it. I typed it up, but I forgot to press enter. Alrighty. A viewer match? Ooh, is it? Toby, which tribe should I buy first when I just want fun? That is a tricky question to answer because the correct response is, what is your definition of fun? I can go over all the tribes about which one, like what does what. But, Lars or Symanti. I mean, that's also why I play, well, right now we're playing Solaris. Probably starting next stream, we're going to go back to my viewer request streams. We're going to start off with hunting. Hunt. Workshop. Then go Symanti if winning is fun for you. Yeah, I mean... The real meta is Symanti, because Symanti is a noob-killing tribe. So your answer might just be Symanti, but I don't want to encourage somebody to play a tribe that everyone's just going to hate you for. So, that was a decent explore, and we learned this is a lake map. I'm going to go grab this ruin. Which one do you consider the most fun for me? Honestly, it depends on my mood. I think I like Aquarion the best when it comes to, like, most fun. Really, if you're going, I want to buy the X thing in order to spice the game up for me. I'm gonna go backwards here. Hunt. Explore. I was afraid of this. Ain't that a shame. Warrior. Warrior, pass turn. Aquarion is the most fun right now. I honestly feel like Aquarion's the most fun, but I'm a person as a game designer. What is your definition of fun? Fun is different for many people. If your definition of fun is me being able to win every game, okay, well then you're probably gonna want to pick Symanti. Woo! Resources. We're gonna go ahead and grab organization. 1, 2, 3. Resources. 1, 2. Population growth. Start putting your guesses in the chat. What's going to be in the ruins? But, like, Aquarion has enough unique features to them that make me go, they are fun. Crabs, frogs can retreat. Jellies are so unique. And of all units can go water. Can build in water. It's just so unique of a tribe. And it's still viable even in land fights. Yes. Lyzak is guessing it's going to be a swordsman. That'll be a bummer, but I can see it. And the correct answer is... more pops? Super unit. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna train a pyro here. I think I'm also gonna train a pyro. No, we're not. I'm gonna save my resources. Pass the turn. Such an early cow! Holy cow! My goal is to try to take this village. I might actually go steam engines here. This is such a great steam engine village. I also have a monument I need to place. I can get a second cow next turn, actually. Oh my gosh, this map is so skewed for me. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and grab forestry. Park of Fortune. I'll put it here, just because of looks and aesthetic. Minerals. Population growth. Lumber hot. Lumber hot. Super unit. Pass the turn. He can't take this village. Turn 8, 2 cows. What is this, Cymanti? There's barter. We're gonna go this way. We're gonna go this way. We're gonna go this way. This way. No, without hesitation. Oh, man. They just saw the... Nope! Nuh-uh. Ain't happening. Explore. Oh, that's a perfect explore for me. Oof. Oh, man. Bones. Hunt. More bones. Resources. Just wow. Also, I think this is another just skewed map. I had more villages, so. I like Cal. Lyzak! That's a second Lyzak. Or is that the same one? You just changed your name. Is it Lyzak? Alrighty. It's just me on mobile. Alrighty. Go ahead and copy that. And you just changed your name. Yeah, I figured as such. We're like, wait a minute. I've got two. Why do I? No. Why I got people multi accounting on my channel? I don't need that. Alrighty. So Solaris versus Barter Small Lakes. Alright. Let's take a look at that. They are going the wrong direction. They didn't get punished because there was a village here, so that actually boosted their expansion, but it's a lot of warriors. I just want to see their point of view at this point. So, of course, we know the first thing. Our opponent decided to go backwards. Why would you do that? Go forward towards the center or go here. So they go backwards to the fruit, not to the animal. Barter starts off with hunting. You should be starting off going towards the other animal. They harvest both animals. Okay, so they harvest both animals because that's just what barter does. They immediately pick up climbing. What are you going to do with climbing? Imagine if they didn't pick up climbing. And they got, like, forestry instead. Not gonna lie, though. This is not a great map for our opponent. Climbing is not good. Let's see. What else? So, what did they get from these ruins? I'm curious. Ooh, stars. And, of course, they've got a swordsman. They're spamming out units like no tomorrow, with nowhere for these units to go. So our opponent's putting too much into unit production. So they take their turn. They get onto the water. That's it. They don't even know that I have 2 cows yet. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough, my fellow dude. Can I play? I don't feel like losing today, Sparky. Especially not an archipelago. You know I don't like that map. I'm sorry, bud. You're a good player. I do not have the mental capacity to play against you today. We're gonna try playing Polaris Solaris one more time. But at this point, man, has it only been an hour and a half? Oh, man, we'll see. We are getting a lot of games in, so the amount of games is good. Ooh, we're playing against a higher yellow opponent. Oh, this one's gonna really test us. Right over here, warrior. That was not good. Is our village here? Pass the turn. Where's our 2 villages? Don't tell me it's here. You gotta be kidding me. I was wondering where all the bug people go. Yeah, they're around 1400 because they take the free wins. But then we end up in 1500 because the bug people don't know how to correctly play the game. Because they just get carried off of free wins. We're going to go ahead and go hunting. Hunt. Workshop. Pass the turn. Our other village is here. You would have had a higher win chance against me. I wanted to play Aquarion. It's fine. Yep, there's our village. I need a better economy. Workshop. We pass this turn. Rider. We pass this turn. I would have been in a much better spot if I had trained a warrior here. Ooh. Our opponent has broke all the ice and has locked up their warrior. Okay. Rider, and we pass this turn. So now our opponent has to consider picking up climbing just so that way he could free his warrior. He does not. We're going to grab organization here. We go here. Train another rider. Pass this turn. Okay, now he has climbing. Really? Didn't he realize that this converted? Okay. We're going to be exploring with this village over here. Fruit. Fruit. Explore. Come on, please find that. Lighthouse. Bop-a-da-pop. Bop. It's gonna be one of those days, I guess. One, two. I'm gonna explore again. Good. Pass the turn. The lighthouse scoper, right? It is actually pretty funny that that happens like that. A little sad, but it's fine. 2, 3. Root. Resources. We're gonna go here. And I'll just train a rider. Hunt. Ooh. Hunt. Minerals. Minerals. Resources. Rider. Rider. Pass the turn. Our opponent did us a huge favor by breaking all this ice. I don't think they understand, like, how nice that was for me. Two, three. I'm just going to pick up roads here, and then we win the game. Rider, recover. Not going to lie, I was going to pick up climbing, but I don't think I have to anymore. Pass this turn. This bug people not doing good. Bridge play soon? Yep! Dang, you guys saw it before I got to do the surprise. Everything here's dead. Our opponent can't do anything. He just rage quit! Oh, man. Average Cymanti. Yep. That's your average Cymanti player. Couldn't get free win, therefore am angry. They don't even have their other village here. Now, mind you, this is us knowing how to properly play against Cymanti. You know what? His breaking ice was the worst thing he could have done. It 100% was. That was the game-losing play for him right there. Accept the Aquarian game after this. I might eat after this, because I am actually getting hungry. He disconnected completely his city. Yeah. So he could not support this anymore. He locked up his warrior in a bad position, and then he spent a ton of resources to pick up climbing when he didn't even need it. So it's just a whole bunch of bad plays. This happened normally with bug people. Yeah, if they don't get a free win, then they just rage quit. They're trying to get a free cheesy win. It's because Cymanti is the noob-killing tribe. So, Cymanti bad against good players? Yeah, they're a little weaker against new players. Now, Cymanti can still get some free wins and whatnot. Bridge! Bridge! Road! Road! Unless the bug player is good. Yeah, a good Cymanti is actually very scary to fight against. Changed it against Hoodrick. Ooh. But yeah. So we're gonna quickly just review this game. I actually think I'm gonna want to take a food break here after this game. We're gonna review this game, and then we're gonna take a bio break and eat some food. And Inofuni? Ooh, is Ino here? Will you continue after food break? Yeah, we're gonna continue after the food break. Alrighty. I'm just gonna pick up climbing here. Hey, there's their village. Hey! Population growth. Yep. And they couldn't get a free centipede by turn 7, so also another reason why they rage quit. I think I would actually just be saving my resources here. Funi Crab Guy here. Will you do a viewer match after the food break? Yeah, maybe. Depends on how I feel. We'll definitely have to see about that. Let's take a look at the replay. I need to get this one saved. Edit. Solaris versus Simanti Small Lakes. Yeah. I had tanked my ELO so that way, because I was trying to show off a strategy as Imperious. And all the games I shared, like, yep, they were all good. The only reasons why my strategy that I had as, and it's a very rare strategy, and it's honestly, in most cases, the strategy's not going to be good, and it's just you pick up the lighthouse. But the reason why it's so good is because you start off with so many units, you can win any early game fight. Unless your opponent starts off with a turn 4 centipede or a turn 2 veteran swordsman right next to your capital. Those were the only 2 games I lost. Let's go ahead and take a look at Simanti. So, a lot went wrong here. We know that. Our opponent starts off with... This mountain makes things tricky. But by moving your shaman here, it opens up the ability for you to get this lighthouse. So it's not terrible. Hold on. Let's switch to... There you go. Gets the warrior, boost it, good. So what our opponent should be doing is sending the warrior either here or here. Good. He sends it there. That's a bummer. And he doesn't train a warrior. The correct thing to do is train a warrior, because the second warrior should be going over here. Why our opponent did not, I do not know. So then on the next turn, he'd be at 6 stars. And there's broken ice here. And our opponent has decided the reason why they didn't train a warrior is they're going to meet me, in this case, and get riding, get a hexapod, and end the turn. So they go for an early siege there. They would have been... So, this is why this is completely bad. Is our opponent still doesn't have either of their starting cities. in this exact scenario. This Hexapod is an all-in Gambit, and then they completely killed their all-in Gambit by destroying the ice here. A lot of your early game... Most games are decided in the early game, and that's why we always try to review the early game steps. Is the actions you take define how you're going to be playing for the rest of the game. Our opponents had spoken. They are moving their Shaman up here to the corner to protect their Shaman and to allow their Shaman at a later time to grab the Lighthouse. That is what this play here is saying. This one move is saying all of that. If they moved their Shaman here, they would have been saying they're going to train one warrior and then move their Shaman here and their warrior here in order to find their two villages. Moving their Shaman forward would mean that they would be training two warriors, so that way they can then have their Shaman to support their front line. Like, every action you take speaks volumes about your game plan. So our opponent is wanting to be defensive with their Shaman. They're wanting to play a defensive game. And what they should be doing here is training a second warrior. And then our opponent decides, will you play against me after the break? Maybe. You were the first one to ask, so if I'm going to do viewer matches, it would be against you, out of fairness, because you asked first. So they move their warrior forward, and they train nothing, because they've, for some reason, decided that they're going to go with hexapods instead. Which, okay, that's an option. And then on the following turn, they meet. They train their hexapod. They're doing exactly what their game plan is. They boost it. All right, they're going with hexapods in order to play aggressively. But what they're failing to do here, so they're going to go ahead and secure the kill. Yeah, that part makes sense. So they go to capture. And then they attempt to level it up. The Shaman should be moving towards this lighthouse. Because at this point, you're now playing economically, and you need that centipede. They already have... They don't have organization. Why is it glowing? Look at that. It's glowing. Why is it glowing? Okay, I was misled. But our opponent has decided, okay, they're going to kill it, and they're going to take this village. And then they break the ice. So they were going with a more all-in strategy. And they have flipped the script completely. And they are now saying, I want to play defensively. Again, if they're playing defensively, this Shaman should be heading towards this corner to pick up the Lighthouse. There also could be a ruin here in the fog. Is there? Look at that. There's a ruin right there. But now, so they capture. Fantastic. And then it gets sieged. Well, it's completely caught off. This warrior, they should just completely abandon it. Train their units up. Maybe boost. They did not boost. They just left the Shaman there. So, unit mismanagement right here is a massive issue that's going on. They boost, sends it over there, gets climbing, and then goes onto the mountain. Why? Get yourself extra movement. So that way they can go there, but then they still don't. They still don't pick up the lighthouse. So now, Symanti, which normally has a very strong early game economic advantage, is having issues. So I zip on forward, and I take this rune for free because this Shaman has never made its way over to this corner. That would have been a free rune for our opponent. They would have had it 3 turns ago. They still don't have this village because they went way too aggressively. Instead of backing off and letting me do whatever the heck I was going to do, they decided, oh, nope, they have to fight and get the kill. Now, I will say, I'm okay with the play of getting this hexapod. But if our opponent is making all of these actions saying they want to play defensively, let the pyro just do its thing. Or, better yet, move your warrior here and break this ice. Because then if the pyro goes here, the hexapod secures the kill. Heck, can move back if needed. And then the lands here are defended. It was like they wanted to go aggressive but changed their mind midway. I think they felt like they needed to play aggressively against this pyro. So, if my opponent, if you're watching, I'm not sitting here saying that every play you made was a mistake, but just understand that all of your actions speak volumes of what you're trying to do. You're trying to play a defensive Symanti. You're wanting to play a defensive and economic Symanti game. But he got frazzled with this pyro. And then this warrior moving forward to secure the kill was probably the wrong move. You're still on one village on turn 3. I can't begin to describe how bad this is. And not bad as in like bad player, just how bad of a state you are. But we also now know that your guaranteed village is not here. Because there's water here. So your guaranteed village is not here. Your guaranteed village is somewhere here, and then somewhere here. And this warrior needs to start making his way over. You would have had a much better chance by moving the warrior here, uncovering the fact that your village is on this tile, break this ice, force me to reform this ice. Just, in this case, let it happen. This pyro is doing nothing against you. You already have a hexapod. This warrior doesn't need to fight this pyro. This warrior needs to find this village. After that, do what you need to do. Go your economic way. You no longer can train units. Move the shaman over here. Here, pick this up. Shaman take ruin. And start making your way back. After that, it would have been a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 4 city game. You would have been at a disadvantage, but you're still Symanti with an alive shaman. And Symanti is going to be a lot stronger in the early game against Polaris, because Polaris has to play catch-up in the game of economy. Also, Polaris does not have your spores, so I am struggling in trying to get my first Gami. So you actually have a solid chance. Don't break this ice. I actually would be the one wanting to break the ice to go, I don't want to fight you yet. But unfortunately, this is the way that the game wound up. We now know where things don't make the Symanti player better. I want to make everybody better. That's our goal here. Everybody's here to have fun, and even though winning isn't the only way to have fun, but losing every game is not fun. So, that'll do for now. What we're gonna do is switch to boppin'. That's we will be back for a few more games, depending on one. Maybe just, depending on how long it goes, maybe just one. So we'll see. I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna swap this over to count. I should actually move the countdown to in front of be right back. So we're gonna go ahead and put this countdown here. Let's actually get our timer up. Not 30 minutes. Let's get it set to... Let's get it set to 15. That should be enough time for me to eat. You won't lose ELO. We may, to me, we have a 300 ELO difference. That's not the thing. It's more so of, I try to have a mix between viewer games and random games. And a lot of my viewers are higher ELO. I'm losing my voice. A lot of my viewers are higher ELO. And they like to jump in and snipe me into those games, and that's sometimes how I prefer to do it. I'm okay with requested games, but I also like to play against a variety of people. So I'll be back. We're gonna eat. Hopefully I'll be back in 15 minutes. We're back. Making the food actually took a lot longer than I was expecting. Trying to finish. It doesn't take this long to finish lunch. It does when you gotta prepare it, and then you talk about stuff with your significant other. Alrighty. And I'm actually still finishing up eating. Dear Lord, a 0-second game timer. Alright, we'll play this. What could possibly go wrong? I think I just passed my turn here if I remember correctly. I'm not gonna lie, I forget the correct opening. I train a warrior. Is that Sparky? It is Sparky. I should have trained a warrior the previous tune. Turns out, I was doing the math, and like, oh, you still train a warrior. Workshop here. Explore here. Yikes. We'll pass the turn. How's it going, Kester? Sorry to go because it's almost 2 a.m. for you. That's fine. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi. This definitely looks like it's going to be an interesting game. There we go. Finishing that up. Oh, I meant to grab another soda. Whoopsies. Alright, capture. Writer. Hunt. Hunt. Workshop. Pass the turn. I can't train anything here or my city gets sieged. Remember, losing is happy. Okay. Glad you find happiness. This is leveled up. It definitely has an explorer here. I was gone for style love. That is correct. Welcome to the love style. Oops, I need a trainer writer here. Pass turn. This will be interesting. It will. This standoff's not going to go well for me, is the problem. A lot of land? Yep. I've got the short-term advantage, but our opponent already has forestry. And all they need now is mathematics, and mathematics gets them giants. Righter. Pass the turn. Cool, this archer's dead. Well, unfortunately, the archer's not dead. They're now in range. I should have trained a warrior anyways. New task acquired. Righter. Crater. For the crater good. Ha ha ha! Do I city wall here? Yeah, we'll city wall here. I can start killing off all these archers. It's a lot of warriors. Yeah, warriors against riders with the defense bonus are no good. We're gonna go ahead and explore here. Yes, okay, we're fine. Right, it's continents, not lakes. Forgot. We'll pass the turn. Archers, I thought about it. I probably should have gone with archery. I was thinking I was going to work my way around. You can still go archer? I can. Ooh. Nice. Okay, that'll do. So sad that they don't do damage. Yeah, our opponent already has mathematics, so... I probably do need to go ahead and get archery. Ooh, I thought you died. Oh, hey, I thought, yeah. Sorry, lunch took a little longer than I was expecting. Clear this forest. We're gonna go here. Take a warrior. Pass the turn. I'll take free kills. I only hope this isn't an explore. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna take this ruin first. I really need whatever in this ruin. Because else I'm just gonna get overrun by giants. I'll take that. Bop-a-da-bop. Bop. I'm actually going to make this lousy trade here. Lumberhots. Lumberhots. Resources. Hunt. Hunt. Workshop. Archer. Rider. Park of Fortune. Resources. Hunt. Hunt. Lumberhot. Resources. Rider. I think that'll do. That's fine. We're gonna go there, we're gonna go here. Pew! I'm gonna go ahead and take climbing here. Bop. I think we go ahead and clear this forest. Not enough, which is fine. There's just a ruin here. So if any, there's going to be a ruin here. Get a rider, archer, rider, rider, and we'll pass this turn. Ooh, there's cats now. Really? Of course it did. Killer Monument is complete. Just save up our resources. Yep, I think so. Knight's working on it. This is a viewer one. We're playing against Sparky. Save it for knights. Yep, I'm thinking that's the right play. Bop. Secure this kill. Death by 1,000 cuts! I'm gonna train an ice archer there as pretty much bait. I'm not actually expecting the bait to work, but you never know. So I don't want to move him forward. 1,000 bonks or 1,000 babada-bops. Babada-bops. Oh, so you're approaching. Best part about training a billion knights is I think I actually moved this guy forward. Bop. 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 Death by 1,000 cuts. And of course our opponent already knows about it. We're going to train a Pyro here. Threaten to put ourselves in a better position. You go there. We'll pass the turn. Next turn that we can road. We know our opponent knows that we have knights. Level 8 market. Lovely. Uh-huh. Alrighty. So let us begin with one chain. Bop-a-da-bop. Two chain. Bop. 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 Not gonna do enough of what I'm hoping for. We're gonna go ahead and just freeze them up over there. Get roads. Bop. Go ahead and secure the siege over there. Guess we'll get another knight. Bring you on forward. Hit because I can, because I feel like it. This rider's going to stay there. Clear forest. Hunt. Hunt. Workshop. I could also just mass chop everything. I don't want this game to go on for long. I don't want it to go on for too long. I feel like I'll lose. We're just going to train another knight past the turn. Mm-hmm. They have such a good economy. Can we win? I have to win now. That's the thing. I have to win now. Let's go. Barter Chop. Start with Solaris. Ram Dingler's here! Oh boy, they got their own knights. Bop. 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 Road. Road. One chain, two chain, three chain, four chain. Bop-da-bop. One chain, two chain. Boom. That's what we want to see. Like I said, we have to win now. This is not a thing we wait on. Hunt. Workshop. Ash Archer. Chop again. Clear this forest. Get rid of this warrior. He's not doing anything. I should have just done that instead. Train ourselves another knight. And I think we just passed the turn here. Because this is their capital, so they have to unsiege this. So the knight's going to unsiege that. This city is ours. This is certified ramdingle. It's actually still good to see you. I love it. The spite play. That's fine. I think they could just reject. No. Sorry, bud. I've done that before. Alrighty. Road. We are gonna go ahead and ashen that up. Bop. 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 Let's see. Go ahead and train one there. Okay, there we go. That should be fine. Right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna pass the turn. Did you know that I always hated Polaris because I hate the freeze mechanics? They're my least favorite. I'm not gonna lie, Polaris is frustrating to play against with their freeze mechanic. Yep, there's the chain. Hey, but that's all of their stars this turn. He's not training units this turn. Me next year, you're still playing? We should still be good. I plan on playing for at least another half hour, maybe an hour. I still have a better economy than you. Yeah, you do. Yep. Yeah, you're not going to be able to wrap it around for a siege. No. How much? 5. We're going to train a warrior here. Gonna train a warrior here. I didn't need to. Wrong units to train. Archer. Alright, knight. Knight. There we go. Yep. But now, I think we just... Dang, another giant? Well, I was hoping to just win there. Guess we'll have to wait. She should have frozen it. Just freeze everything in every city. I'm trying. I'm working on it. No. I've been betrayed by the peace stuff before. You had no peace. Dang. Just a tiny bit too far. Ice Archer. Archer. Ready to disband this warrior. Bop-a-da-bop. Does it still kill? It still kills. Bop-a-da-bop. Dang it, it still kills. I tried. I think we just Ice Archer everywhere, right? Ice Archer, then Knights. So yeah, I think that's pretty much just the way... Well, if it's gonna kill, I might as well do more damage. If we let Sparky run away with... Yep. Yeah, the game is over. You win, but can you resign? I don't want to lose 30 ELO because of the difference. Dang! You challenged me, though! I'll resign, but... But you challenged me, though, so... You should have accepted the consequences. Oh, well. It was a good game, though. That was very interesting. Wow, not cool. Hey, I'm all about us having fun, though. I really don't care. Solaris versus... It was Hudrick, right? Not, Yorthwaber? It was small continents... What 96 is small, right? I forget. Yeah. Small continents versus Sasaibo. And I'll actually put close game in full caps because that was honestly an awesome game. Oh, I thought he had one more city. Okay. Yikes. I mean, that was still a close and amazing game. He never got onto the water, so he didn't get this city. Which makes sense. I actually thought that he had one more city. It's all be very, cool. Alrighty. I believe the next person that I kind of asked was it Rainbow Shine, I believe, right? We'll go ahead and play, we'll play Rainbow Shine. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. We're all being good sports here. Yeah, Sparky mentioned it would have had more units than one. Yeah, probably. Stronger economy. If you had equal production, that probably actually would have been the difference. So, that was probably a map win. I honestly thought that you had 5 cities. Had 42 stars per turn. Yeah, you did! The issue is when I'm an aggressive player, I have the wrong mentality. I was just giving flack to another player. So, you know what? Let's... I will accept this, Rainbow Shine, but, like, let's take actually a quick look at this game. Specifically, it was... So this is the turn that I finally picked up Forestry. You guys know that I have an aggressive playstyle mentality. Now, the best way to actually play the game is to be flexible and understand when you should be aggressive and when you should be passive. Because, like, even if we look, 21 stars per turn versus 14, despite me having more cities, that's bad. And we're both kind of just eyeballing this city, trying to make sure the other doesn't get it. The saving for night was the play? It was. But I have... we did the right thing to get our... Ralmy here. The reason, even though we had the monument, we didn't get our Ralmy here is... Let's just be honest, it would have died. And then I'd be down a Ralmy. And I'm trying to get better about not investing all of my economy into my front cities, especially when they're at threat of being sieged. Like in this instance, we have our 2 giants. And yes, I got the city walls, so it'd be a little bit more protected. But with all of this range, and by the time, like, I could have had the Ralmy on this turn. Yes, we definitely could have had the Ralmy there. But at this point, our opponent now has math and catapults. Meaning this Ralmy's just gonna die. We don't want a Ralmy just to die. But when I have an aggressive mentality, because you guys know, like, push for the center. I see a unit, go for the kill. You know, I play aggressively. I need to be getting better about doing actual chop plays. Like, why did I wait? I waited all the way until turn 17 to start chopping, because look at all these stars that could have been something else. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 stars just laying around, and I am doing nothing with them. What if, because we had Forestry since turn 12. Okay, right over here, we get a Ralmy. Level up a couple of cities as much, you know, just to get that little bit of extra, but what if we got an additional 11 stars as soon as I knew I wasn't spending those trees? And gonna be honest, it was kind of around turn 14 when I figured out that it wasn't gonna be happening, because in order to get the best profit, I would have needed my own mathematics, which I don't have the time to be going with my own math. That's me playing catch up. I should have been chopping these trees and investing, because like right here, turn 24, that's 19, that is 33 stars. I wouldn't have had enough for a knight, but on turn 15, I could have had knights here on turn 15. 100% right here. But I didn't have knights on turn 15. Why? What did we do? Okay, so we did get it on turn 15. I could have trained another. I should have. I should have trained another. I should have trained a warrior here. So I should have chopped 5 trees right here. I know I'm not spending these trees. I might as well, like, I chopped these 2 trees right here. These are just giving my opponents a defensive bonus, so it's actually being counterproductive for me. So chop this tree, because I'm not leveling up this city anymore. Chop these trees. I just need 1 more tree. This is an excellent spot to chop and still have a potential focus on later game economy. Get a warrior as needed. Get a knight. And then, as Rainbow Shine is mentioning, I could have chained all of their catapults on turn 16. You're probably right, because there's actually a chance I could have. We could have used our Ralmy to kill here, move the archer forward, ping this giant, I guess. Well, then we would lose this, so we could move this archer here, ping to that, ping to this. I don't think I have enough, because we could delay this giant from capturing it. Oh, I think you're talking about turn 17. I think I know which play you're talking about. And I believe you are actually right about that. I could have, if I properly rotated, we definitely could have chained all of their units back here. So if I focused more... I don't know. Maybe we could have. But I definitely should. I should be. If I'm going to be aggressive, I need to start chopping more. That is probably my biggest weakness, is knowing when to chop. All right, Rainbow Shine. I didn't even have to push us. You didn't even have to push because it has so much dash units. You could just chill and weaken his frozen units, but you still did great. Also, that market scared you, right? Alrighty. We're going to be finishing up, this probably is going to be our last game. So this is going to be our last Solaris. Next week, there's no stream. I'm going on vacation. I'm going to be taking care of something. Then after that, the week after, we're probably going to be doing our free-for-all. Ooh, a mirror match. Is this going to be Polaris versus Solaris? Do you think it is worth getting every tribe? Me personally, yes. I enjoyed playing every tribe. I enjoy... Well, I don't enjoy playing every tribe. I do not like Luxador. Can I join the free-for-all? Yeah, you should be able to join. It's happening not today. It's going to be happening 2 weeks from now. It's going to be a massive free-for-all. Voice chat will be allowed. And it's a glory. It's a glory game mode. What free-for-all? At the last week of each month, I'm going to be trying to do free-for-alls. We're going to train ourselves a warrior past the turn. Basically, it's going to be a game where everyone's going to be allowed to join. We're going to be having a turn limit. We're going to be having both a turn and a... Ooh, it is Polaris versus Solaris. Maybe a smaller map free-for-all than last time. I feel each turn took too long. Maybe. I could also... It's just I want to make sure that players actually have enough room to just do... build up and have potential to actually use diplomacy. Just one size smaller than last time. We could try one size smaller. Oh boy. Our opponent's here. I have to train a warrior. Pass the turn. Steam engines counter Moonies like crazy, right? I love... This is going to be an awesome Solaris versus Polaris map. Alright, warrior, pass this turn. They must have spawned in the north. I'm thinking they spawned in the north. Probably right here. Their capital's probably right here. Oh no, the background's blue now. Hey, that works for me. Harvest, harvest. Workshop. Harvest, harvest. Workshop. We'll pass this turn. And another question, do you get all tribes unlocked when you play get Polytopia on Steam, or do you have to buy them like on mobile? They're in packs. They're not individual. Can we name this a Fight Sunshine and Rainbows? One, two. Man, I really need writers. Feel my vein, right? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like, Polaris is not super fun to play against, but they are a really cool tribe, so... I kind of have a love-hate relationship with them. But I love the Solaris. We're gonna definitely try our best to make a comeback. Ooh, a Schwartzman. Pass the turn. There we go. Finally won this exchange. Next game I play against Polaris will be SI Manti, even if it's on your next streams. Go ahead and grab climbing here, because we kind of have to. Bop! Bop. Nice. Pass the turn. What a heck of an interesting set of exchanges right there. We're gonna go and grab hunting here. Hunt? Hunt? Resources. Hunt. 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 Resources. Gonna train another warrior. And then we pass this turn. Save for sled. Oh yeah. We're gonna be probably getting sleds because I can get a steam engine next turn. But we've got a much better economy now. He has to kill here. It's just, this is a very bad position for our opponent. Can't kill here. Okay, he resigns. Can you at least disable tribes on my game request? 24-hour. I'm not playing a lot of 24-hour games right now. Bro, I played that badly. It went pretty well until near the end. I sent to your phone. I'm probably not going to accept it. I don't play a lot of 24-hour games anymore. I've got too much going on. Let's see. Let's take a look at that, because were you still able to fight that, or were you definitely done? Probably definitely done, but I want to take a look at it and see if there's something that could be done. Alrighty, this one is Solaris versus Polaris. Small Lakes. I believe it was Small Lakes, right? Versus Rainbow Shine 419. Toby, do you want to do a collab stream in the future? Yeah, I'm definitely up for a collab stream. That's true. I haven't actually asked you yet. Most people I ask go, nah, I'm good. You just got too many pyros. I had to have those many pyros, else I would have lost. Oddly enough, you're the one that put me in the position to train all those pyros. So let's look at this from your view. There we go. So here we are. Unfortunately, you got a spawn with no water. I sent a game request to look at the game. Where are you sharing those replays? I'm saving them on my Discord. However, replays do go old eventually at some point in time. So that way, if somebody asks for, can I get that game, then... Oof. Did the right thing, though. Here's the part that hurts, is... Rainbow Shine did the right thing here, going this direction. Because I would have done the same. It didn't work out. Frankly, I feel Polaris is so beautiful and Solaris is half baked in visuals, right? Alrighty. Freezing everything up. I was actually at risk of losing here. With how everything was going. So, I had a train there. This was a pretty good exchange. Oh, you definitely should have sent your warrior this way. Here to here. Because the other village was more than likely... is either here or here. I guess it could have been in either one of those. I would have sent it around this way. To the back. Solaris, freeze. 1, 2... Yeah. Game's definitely over here. Because in this case, your best bet is kill off this warrior, and you have to train a safety warrior here. You can't train a sled. But at this point, oddly enough... So here's the way I feel about Polaris, is if you play aggressively as Polaris, try to freeze everything and all that, you just don't have the units to back it up to win an early game fast enough. It's just, it takes a tiny bit too long. But because of those two Moonies, I was forced. Because if you look again from my point of view, everything that happened pretty much happened in the way that it had to go. So double freeze, I'm going to take those ruins. I am training a pyro, because if you go here or here with your Moonies to threaten my capital, I can at least freeze this one, and then train a safety warrior here. And then on the next turn, I would be training another warrior here. But with the way the plays went, you divided out this away. And notice what I'm mentioning every single one of these is I'm having to mass reduce units. And this is all in response to your aggression with these two Moonies. What I'm finding out is I'm actually trying to avoid... So Polaris is not a great tribe for me because I'm way too aggressive. But I'm trying to avoid going to my opponent, because the moment you start freezing everything up, you are forcing a militarized response out of your opponent, and then once they kill these Moonies, you're cooked. Because you just lost 10 stars worth of units. I think bad spawn plus bad decisions equals bad game. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, so and then in this turn, because I'm also trying to evaluate this for myself, because I want to get better at Polaris. But I'm not going to be playing Polaris on, like, Archipelago or Waterworld. Like, I really don't care about those map types. I want to go with the more interesting map type of lakes, because every strategy is applicable on lakes. You don't have just one or the other. I like being flexible. So we go ahead and freeze that up. And in this instance, the worst thing that could happen to... we have our warrior here. There's nothing that warrior can do. So we can train a warrior here. We will kill this Moonie, but we have to pick up climbing next turn. Again, this is all in retaliation to what's happening. The worst thing that could happen for me in this exact instance is this Moonie goes here and freezes everything up. Or the Moonie retreats on back to try to get a safer village. Or heck, actually just the village here or here, because we know there's fish here. But if the Moonie goes here to freeze these 3 units up, the only way I can really respond is I have to train a Moonie here in order to deal with this Moonie. So again, this is all in retaliation. And then you go with the freezing play, so we have to freeze yours, we secure the kill, we get climbing, we get our veteran swordsman, and then at this point, I've got a massive military, and Polaris's early game economy is not good. It's unfortunately not, especially on lakes. You don't have the same kind of strong guarantee like you do on Archipelago, where you just invest 10 stars, you get 2 for both of your villages, and then you actually have a somewhat strong economy, because you're only spending 10 instead of 12 for those level ups. Well, I guess it's average, because tribes like Barter, Imperius, they only need to spend 8 to get 2 level ups, so I'm actually wrong on that. It's about average on the economy, but you need to be on a specific map type like Archipelago, or get a lucky spawn like we did here, where the craters are enough, or the posts. But in this case, this massive military is now something that our opponent has to deal with. And our opponent does not have the economy to do that. The only thing that could happen, that would be going well here, is our opponent would have to, in response, train a Moonie and slow us down, because our opponent should know we're about to kill them. I would actually be considering, instead of sleds, because of this spawn here, to be going with riders, but also this is why I'm bad at Polaris, is everybody goes, nah, you have to go sleds, and I go sleds and lose every time. Yeah, brought that upon yourself. Can you look at my game request? It is the best Polaris map type. I mean, I can, but I'm declining it because I keep telling you I'm not playing 24-hour games. I've got way too much going on. I'm sorry, bud. But like the 24-hour games, I haven't really played too many lately. Okay. The only game I've got right now. Okay. So So what would we have been the best thing for us to do in this place? A lot of gambles were taken here. This warrior ended up going the wrong way. This warrior ended up not finding the village. This one, the only thing I would have done differently is it should have gone around this way. Because in this case, you would have explored a little bit more. And it's the same probability of where the village could be here or here. But there's also the third chance of here. And that's why going this way would have been better. But you also would have uncovered more tiles. And I was about to say, and if there's a ruin, there could have been one ruin right here. There wasn't, but there could have been. But either way, because of this map setup, you're almost better off going with riders and dealing with all of these pyros in a cheaper fashion. Because sleds are great to be trained from here, but not from here, and you need to train Moonies to freeze up these tiles before you actually get proper support here. Which would have been the right thing to do. I don't know, maybe, maybe not. But the last question that we should ask is, what if we just kept going forward over here? I was hoping they're so close to help defend. Yeah, I can see that. You would have been better off going this way, though. Better chance of the village being here. Let's follow this warrior. It would have been here. Here. Here, bop. I am forced to train a warrior here on the following turn, instead of training a Moonie here. So that, freeze. I would follow up with a bop here, because you're threatening to siege the capital. Train a warrior here. Those are, in this case, those have been, they would not have been frozen up. Move it back here, so that way you're less likely to get frozen from a Moonie back here. Bop. Move here, secure the kill. Potentially invest in sledding. I don't know. I think if you didn't turn your warrior around, you would have been in a much better state this game. Because the other thing to consider here is you got one pop for your capital. And the capital had just one spare pop for the rest of the game. Now, the other question is would I have done the same thing? I think I would have still gone forward with this. But notice, this would have been a lot worse for me in this scenario. Very fascinating. You actually had a potential to just win the game. Very fascinating. Alrighty. So, I would like for I would like to challenge all of you to analyze this game with what if this warrior went forward? What would have been the most optimal exchanges between both players? And follow-ups from this point onwards. Could Polaris have actually won this game if that had happened? I am very interested in your guys' analyses as well, because I actually think I don't think it would have been a guaranteed win for Polaris, but Solaris here would have been in a much worse position. One health cap warrior. Right, but then it gets frozen immediately on the next turn. So, I don't know. It definitely would have been quite interesting, because I would have been forced to train a warrior here, so no No pyro from this village. Siege, but you unsiege, right? But then I'm still having to deal with a lot of freezes. I don't know. It might have actually been a win right there. Follow-up of riders. Pressure with riders and, Moonies. And focus on an early win instead of a late-game economy. This one would have been is a very interesting game to analyze. Alrighty, that'll do it. If I do stream more today, it's not going to be Polytopia. I am trying to make my way through the rest of the endgame content on Blueprints. I'm honestly almost done with the entire game. It's just... I'm trying to get a few more of the trophies. I gotta find out a few more of the puzzles. I sent you 2 memes. Ooh, I like memes. You know what? Are they on the general chat? They are on the general chat. Are they? Oh, they are... Where are the memes? Look at the games. What? Oh. No. Best map type, right? Alrighty. But yeah, that's gonna be doing it for Polytopia for today. I already know things are going to be very busy. I'll make an official announcement as soon as I can. But I've got a lot going on in the background. Yeah, it's just life goes on. Thank you all so much for watching. Like I said, I'm probably gonna be playing Blueprints. I'm excited to play Blueprints, but we are done with Polytopia for today, and I had a blast, and I hope you all did as well. Thank you, and have a good one.